think that the name mom should come with a title of expert ball juggler. Think about everything you do in a day: laundry, lunches, chauffeur, personality buffer, people manager, not to mention chief buyer, financial manager, scheduler, routine manager. The list goes on and on and on. You are the original Siri, answering 1,000 questions a day, sometimes the same question multiple times in an hour. And through it all, you're supposed to maintain the perfect demeanor. Happy, serene, patient, and like you easily have everything under control. As if, right? The daily stress of motherhood and holding it all together takes a toll because the pressure builds up day after day with no release valve until finally the lid explodes. That's no way to live. Luckily, there is one simple habit you can put into your routine that has a trifecta effect, giving you more time, energy, patience, and joy. Welcome to Conquer Mom Stress, the podcast that helps you stress less and enjoy motherhood more. If you've ever crawled into bed at night completely exhausted, but still feel like there's so much left to do, you are in the right place. I'm your host, Jill Gokul, and I believe that motherhood is meant to feel joyful, not exhausting. Together, we'll uncover what's really fueling your stress and give you the practical tools to conquer it so you can finally feel like the confident mom you were made to be. Also, if you have a specific question or issue you're stressing about, head over to jillgokul.com/ask to submit your question. And who knows, you might just be featured in an upcoming episode so you can get practical, real-world solutions to the exact challenges you're facing. One of the things I've noticed as a mom is that when things start to get stressful, it just keeps piling up. There's no break. There's no slowdown. It's as if one thing stacks on another, which stacks on another, until eventually, I don't know about you, but I am spent. I'm just completely burned out. And it's a frustrating way to feel when you just don't have the energy or motivation to get up and interact with your kids. It is so disheartening. I can't tell you how much mom guilt I have felt over the years when this happens. And I thought it was just me, like I wasn't cut out for motherhood. But what I didn't realize is that there is actually an issue with built up stress in your body. If you don't have a way to release that stress, then over time, it breaks down your body, your brain, and your energy. So today we're talking about one of the most overlooked tools for reducing mom stress, which is a short, effective workout routine. And before you tune out because you're imagining hour-long gym sessions and complicated fitness plans, stay with me because today's conversation is about what just 10 minutes can do for your mind, your body, your stress levels, and your relationship with your family. The truth is, exercise is often viewed as something extra, a luxury, a bonus, something you do if you happen to have spare time or feel like it. But science tells us something very different. For moms, movement isn't a luxury. It's one of the most effective tools available for managing stress and increasing overall well-being. Let's be real. If you're a mom, you spend most of your days running on empty because motherhood is a nonstop job. There is always something that needs done, decisions that need made, and someone that needs you. It's mentally exhausting, depletes your emotions, and leaves you physically drained. Do you remember that scene in Kindergarten Cop when Arnold Schwarzenegger comes home from a day with kindergartners and just falls like a tree onto the bed? That's every day as a mom. But somehow you keep pushing through because frankly, you don't have any other choice. This puts you into a state of chronic stress that keeps your body stuck in a heightened state of alertness. So your nervous system never fully settles down and your body keeps producing stress hormones to keep you going, regardless of how exhausted you are. That results in your patience getting shorter, your energy getting lower, and your motivation disappearing. When you're exhausted with no energy and no light at the end of the tunnel of all the things you have to get done, something like exercise seems like it's not only impossible, but impractical. But that is the very thing that can help break the cycle of chronic stress. Research shows that exercise is one of the most effective natural stress relievers available. While all the demands of motherhood cause your body to produce more and more cortisol, the stress hormone, that cortisol builds up in your body with nowhere to go unless you take measures to proactively release it. When cortisol remains elevated for long periods of time, it can begin affecting nearly every system in the body. What's happening is that your brain is spending too much time in fight or flight mode and not enough time in rest and recover mode. Elevated cortisol makes you feel wired and productive, but if you keep producing more cortisol without releasing it, it can make you feel wired and tired at the same time. So you lose the productive effectiveness of cortisol, but keep the wired side. That's why you can feel so exhausted, but unable to rest. Chronic stress also makes you more irritable and less patient, overstimulated by noise and commotion. It increases your anxiety and overthinking as you have trouble shutting off your mind. It also not only affects your ability to fall asleep, but also creates issues in your ability to stay asleep or to use sleep to actually rejuvenate your body. And let's not forget that chronic stress and cortisol will increase your appetite, give you stronger cravings for sugary, high-fat foods, and lead to weight gain as your body stores up calories as fat since your brain perceives you are in a continual threat. It's so important that you develop a routine that allows your body to release stress hormones from your body so that it can actually rest and recover and reduce the negative effects of cortisol. Guess what? One of the best ways to reduce cortisol is physical activity because exercise not only releases cortisol from your body, but it also increases endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin. These are the chemicals associated with improving your mood, motivation, and emotional well-being. In simple terms, movement helps your brain feel better. And here's something you may not realize. Studies show that even short bouts of exercise, as little as 10 minutes, can improve your mood, increase your mental clarity, and boost energy levels. Let that soak in. You don't need an hour of working out to make a difference. You don't even need a gym membership. You simply need consistency. And can I let you in on a surprising truth? In a world where you are a busy mom with no conceivable way to add anything more onto your plate, exercise actually gives you more time in your day. This sounds backwards, doesn't it? I mean, how can taking time to exercise create more time? Here's how. Exercise boosts your energy. It jumpstarts your day and helps you think more clearly. You make decisions faster, you procrastinate less, you stay focused longer, and you recover from stress more quickly. Research proves that regular physical activity improves your brain's executive functioning, attention, and productivity. In other words, the 10 minutes you invest in working out often comes back through increased efficiency throughout the day. You're no longer operating like a phone with a 5% battery. You're functioning with a fuller charge. It's time to drop that all or nothing attitude. You know the one? It says that there's no point working out unless you can hit the gym for an hour or that you'll work out when you have a spare moment. That's not going to cut it. That's the belief that working out is a luxury. I'm telling you, working out is your lifeline. If you want to stop feeling like you're barely getting by, you have to be proactive about doing something different. And it doesn't have to be hard. It just has to be intentional and consistent. 10 minutes is enough to change your day. Consistency matters more than duration. And it's imperative you start releasing stress in little spurts every day. If you don't believe me, here are 5 reasons a 10-minute workout can change everything as a mom. 1, it reduces stress before stress takes over. Exercise acts like a pressure release valve for the nervous system. Movement helps your body process stress hormones before they build up. That means fewer emotional explosions, fewer moments of overwhelm, and greater resilience when challenges arise. As a mom, you can't eliminate stress, but you can improve how your body responds to it. Second, it improves your mood. Stop relying on feeling motivated before you exercise, because science shows the opposite is true. Exercise creates motivation. Let me repeat that. You don't exercise because you're motivated. You get motivated because you exercised. The mood boost comes after you begin moving, not before. This is why a 10-minute workout can completely change the tone of your day. 3, it improves self-image. Let's be clear. This isn't about shrinking your body. It's about changing the way you feel in it. If you never work out, you lose muscle, which makes you feel weaker and less capable. Working out tones your body. It begins building muscle and strengthening you. And that feels good. Your pant size may never change, but feeling more toned and energized makes you feel stronger and more capable. It builds confidence and improves your self-image because you feel better in your body. 4, it increases energy. This feels completely backwards when you're tired, but one of the best remedies for fatigue and exhaustion is movement. Regular exercise can significantly reduce feelings of fatigue and increase energy levels. Working out right after breakfast is the secret sauce to having a more productive day because movement creates energy, clarity, and motivation. Waiting for energy often doesn't work, but if you make working out for 10 minutes a non-negotiable, you'll find that you suddenly have more time in your day because you just gave yourself more energy to get through it. And 5, it helps you show up better for your kids. Think about how different motherhood feels when you're energized versus exhausted. When you're energized, you laugh more, play more, engage more, have more patience, and notice more joy. Remember, exercise not only releases built-up cortisol from your body, but it also produces mood-boosting hormones like endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin. And it helps move your brain out of fight or flight mode so you can operate outside of just surviving. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 19 through 20 says, "Do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you? Therefore, glorify God in your body." This voice points you towards stewardship of your body. God entrusted you with a body that He uses as a temple for the Holy Spirit. Caring for it isn't vanity, it's stewardship. It's honoring the gift you've been giving. And if that's not reason enough, Jim Rohn said, take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. As a mom, it's also the body you're using to hug your children, serve your family, and live out your vocation every day. If you're overwhelmed by the idea of starting a workout routine, keep it simple. Set a workout time, ideally right after breakfast, but find the time that works best for you and schedule it so it's non-negotiable. Then find a 10-minute YouTube video that focuses on strengthening your core. Don't worry about intensity, just focus on consistency. The goal isn't to get fit in 10 minutes. The goal is to become consistent so that little by little, you create the habit of working out for stress relief. My best tip is that when you find a workout video you like, add it to a playlist so you can build up a little library of your favorite workouts. That way you don't have to waste time looking for a workout. You just pull up your playlist and pick the muscle group you want to work on that day. Stop the mindset of waiting for life to slow down to get into shape. Instead, seize the day and make stress relief a priority by working out just 10 minutes a day. If you do this, I promise that over time, you'll find yourself with more energy, motivation, and joy in your life. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Conquer Mom Stress. If today's conversation encouraged you, hit follow and leave a review. That lets me know that these episodes are hitting the topics you need. And while you're there, share this podcast with another mom who might need to hear it. Your thoughtfulness might just be what she needs to get through the day. Remember, this is your place to pause, rest, and start conquering mom stress, one small step at a time. Motherhood isn't meant to drain the life out of you. It's meant to be lived with joy, even on the messy days. And together, we're going to find that joy again.